welcome back for another week. We have WKCE testing this week, so it's going to be busy. We've got some different schedules going on. We've got the 2-hour delay schedule going Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of this week. 8th grade tests all the way through Friday, so it is definitely going to be a busy week. We also have a staff meeting on Monday after school. We'll be talking about a lot of different things, an effective educator update, an update on SLOs and what that really means, and also some timeline pieces along with the November 11th in-service. All right, as we head into November with PLCs, the big question for PLC teams in the month of November is to talk about your first step. Once we've got all of the SMART goals written, which that's the point we're at right now, what is that next step for your individual PLC team? Some of you might be looking at pre-assessment data. Some of you are doing a pre-assessment of some sort, some types of research, comparing pre and post tests, and so on and so forth. There's a lot of different things that can happen. That will be the focus of our conversations as I come around for PLC meetings starting this week. Speaking of PLCs, everyone, please make sure that you're getting those journal sheets, those protocols that I share each month filled out. Those are really important for me to scan and look at and just see where everybody's at. It also shows that nice progression throughout the school year of what teams are working on. So do make sure that that gets documented in there when you meet in your PLC teams. I'm also going to share another thing with you this month. This is to be put together before November 11th. This is what it kind of looks like. Hopefully you can see that. This is a completed one, and obviously it looks like it's written backwards right now. You're going to put your SMART goal on there. That's what's in blue. You're going to put your rationale or why you're doing what you're doing, and then just kind of a basic plan. You might only have a few things written down in there, but that's the piece of paper that ultimately we'll be putting on the wall in the gym on November 11th in the morning to do a peer review of all of our SMART goals. So you can expect to get that shared with you along with the November protocol sheet. As I mentioned, it is WKCE week this week. Please be mindful of the amount of homework that you're giving to students. We do want them to be as fresh as possible for the actual testing that takes place 3 to 5 days depending on what grade level you're in this week. So please be mindful of that. Obviously make sure that you can keep going on what your classes are teaching this week, but be mindful of how much we're asking them to do outside of the day. PLC meetings that I've got scheduled this week, I have a whole bunch of them scheduled. On my calendar, they're just written for specific times that align with your hours, your periods of the day. I'll send emails tonight, Sunday night, to all of the PLC teams that I'm meeting with this week just to kind of confirm where we are in the schedule so that we can have those meetings. They shouldn't take very long on this round. So, busy week. Safety walkthroughs. You might remember we did those a couple times last year. There's a whole form that we fill out as we walk through. This is that walkthrough that we're looking for things like extension cords, blocked exits, blocked fire extinguishers, flame furniture that isn't flame retardant, for example, curtains or window coverings that aren't approved to be in the rooms. Please make sure you give your room a once-over. Over the next couple of weeks, each building in the district will be having a safety walkthrough. So let's make sure we're doing a good job. A few very quick reminders. Remember that we are doing some things called instructional rounds. That's where 2 or 3 principals or directors might come into a classroom. Right now we're just doing that with our effective educator pilot group. So if you see a few of us walking around, that's what we're doing, is we're looking in on our effective educator pilot teachers and calibrating our own observations across our team. Let's see, when you have behavior issues or if there's academic issues, do remember to contact parents. They do appreciate that communication. Just give them the heads up, whether it's on the phone or via email. Give them a heads up of what's going on so that things aren't a surprise further down the road when things get a little bit more serious. Also, please remember to try to supervise those hallways between classes. That's where most bullying, that's where most behaviors happen, is when we're not watching. And so in the hallways or in the between classrooms, please be in the hallways just to check out what's going on. And along the PBIS lines, remember that if we do have behavior issues, we want to teach and reteach what the expectations are and do our best to help kids change their behavior. So that's it for the news this week. We'll see you in the hallways.